Welcome to the Miniatures Paintbrush. Today we're going to talk about making scenic bases using Kneadatite and Green Stuff World's rolling pins. Enjoy! Alrighty, so we're going to start with creating, mashing together some Kneadatite. Kneadatite is also known as green stuff. We have that. And we have some bases here. I got these online. It's called Proxy Models, 32 millimeter bases. And they have various sizes, and I bought various sizes. I lot of square bases. I think I'm going to make the square bases objective markers. You have some silicone rollers, and that guides those rings kind of guide you not to go too deep when you're rolling on a flat surface. And there's two ways I'm going to show you how to use these rolling pins. One is for a big scenic base, and you want to use bits. And this is how I do it. Again, there are multiple ways. Just showing you the ways that I do it. So to start off, I'm going to clip out the bases from the Proxy Models, and these are pretty good. They come. There's some pre-texture there, so if you don't even want to put anything on top of it, you could just leave it like that and kind of paint it. But it's me, so I have to mess around with it just a little bit to get it the way I want it. So I got this stuff from Green Stuff World. I didn't go from the website because they're from UK, and I didn't want to order. Actually, I think they're from Spain. I spoke to somebody representative, and I speak Spanish, so they emailed me in Spanish when I emailed them in Spanish, and I was like, "Oh, hey, dude, where's my stuff?" Because it took like forever to get here. But I did order it through. They have a Amazon affiliate. I'll see if I can get that link in the description, so if you want to order your own, you can. Okay, so I took the bases and I cleaned them up. I got rid of any kind of mold lines or anything that was there, and I used the back of the rack in front of my hobby knife to do that. And then I cut off equal pieces of yellow and blue. There's various combinations you can use. Some people, you like to use a little more yellow than blue. I kind of want to use this Kneadatite up because I have another container, and I've had this one for over a year, and I haven't even gotten close to using it at all. So what you do is, if green stuff or Kneadatite is, it used to be a plumbing tool to patch up things, and they realized that you can actually sculpt with it. It's super sticky. So you mash it together, the yellow and the blue become green stuff, right? And once it hardens, it really hardens to the point where you can, manipulate it and sand it, and a lot of people use this to sculpt with. And this is really essential. I guess you can use regular Vaseline, but this is sculptor's Vaseline, and since I was putting an order in Green Stuff World anyway for a lot of different textured rollers, I got this stuff with it. I figured it would be a worthwhile investment. So I did, and you see how sticky it was, and look, now it's like Play-Doh. Not to use that as a reference. I mean, that is not this. Anyway, I'm getting a lot of hot water with that one. So you just kind of knead it up. When you put it onto the paper and you want to roll it out on the paper, I like to roll it on the paper when I want to do like a scenic base, a large base, and I want to do like a piece of it is going to be green stuff and sculpted and using these textures, and then part of it's not going to be that. You see that with my hex wraiths if you want to catch that video. Yeah, I'm also going to show you how I did it on the Mortis engine that I'm working on as well. Actually, I finished that already. But I'm going to show you an example on how you can just use a piece of it, and it'd be cool. Again, these are guides. These so you don't squish it all the way, and they're nice and even. Now, some people put Vaseline on the rolling pin itself. I think I should have done that as well, because then I'd have to peel this off. But if you're just using one little bit, you can just peel it off. And then put it onto what I have there is wax paper. It still sticks to the wax paper. And then you kind of roll out your design. Now, it could be any design. I just chose this one randomly. So there it is, and you can cut it up and fit it onto a base. Now, another way to do it, if you're doing actual bases, because it's so much, it's harder to it's harder to cut the exact size you need when you're rolling it onto the wax paper and then put it onto the actual your base. You can do that if you want to, but I found it a lot easier if I actually just sculpted the Kneadatite onto, or the green stuff onto the base itself, and kind of just like spread it out. Hey, what are you doing? Get the texture roller out of there. Get it out of there. No, you got to flatten out the surface first. That's better. Okay, so you flatten out the surface, and yeah, I wanted to make it flat anyway. I mean, you don't have to, but I wanted a flat surface. I'm probably going to use these bases for objective markers or something like that and paint them up. I don't have them painted in this video, but that seems to be a tutorial for another day where I can just get objective markers and continue this series. So I guess to be continued in some senses of the word. Of course, I'll link that video to this video, so this way you can always see where it started from. So I'll tell you, these textured bases, these rolling pins are kind of addicting once you get them, because it makes putting on cool bases so much easier. Because like literally, look how easy this is. You roll it, the texture's there, the end. Simple as you can get, right? That's it. Super cool, super cool. Here's more of an industrial one. This is something I'm going to use for, I guess, Armageddon, right? What is it? Not Warhammer Armageddon. Total War. Anywho, they have a lot of different like scaffolding and stuff like that, and they have those scenic bases too. I mean, I want to incorporate that, but I think that's a cool little design. Here is a Celtic runic base. So I mean that one is like ruins and kind of cool little textures. There are so many. You got to check this out, the store. Here is a larger base where I'm only using a piece of the runic scenery. Again, I use the wax paper to put that on. And of course, when you're doing a big scene like this and you're doing just like scattered pieces of Kneadatite on your base, it's important to dry fit. I dry fit all the time. I do it several times, and to incorporate in the base and make sure that everything fits appropriately. Ooh, there goes the mortise engine. Alright, so that's kind of cool. So you can do pieces of it or all of it. Here are some of the bases that I had finished. Texturing, just like that. We have different runes. We have a Celtic symbol. We have cracked ground or ice. We have stonework here. We have that industrial base. Everything came out so super nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Well, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you do, hit that like button. If you like these videos, hit the subscribe button. There's a bell right next to it for notifications if you want to be reminded when I put out a new video. And the best thing you can do for my channel is share with others and like-minded people so we can grow the community. Well, I'll catch you next time on the Miniatures Paintbrush.